The first thing I noticed was the silence. Not the peaceful kind, the kind that buzzes in your ears because something's off. It was my birthday, 52. My wife Lorna had been teasing me all week, dropping hints. "You're gonna love Saturday," she'd said. Wednesday night with that smirk she gets when she's planning something. So, yeah, I woke up thinking there'd be pancakes or balloons or hell, even just a happy birthday, babe. But there was nothing. Just me in bed. No smell of coffee, no clatter in the kitchen, just quiet. I got up and walked into the hallway. Doors were open. The house was still. I peeked into my daughter's room. Bed made, suitcase gone. My son's room, same thing. Backpack gone from the hook, charger unplugged. My stomach sank. I headed down the stairs slow, like maybe I missed something. Maybe they were outside. Kitchen was spotless. No dishes, no breakfast, no note. The fridge still had the carton of eggs and the bacon Lorna bought for Saturday. I stood there staring at it like a damn idiot. I checked my phone. 2 texts from old college buddies. "Happy birthday, man," and one from my cousin in Arizona. Nothing from Lorna, nothing from the kids. Quick note, before listening, share which city or country you're watching from. I opened Instagram, not even sure why, just habit, I guess. And there it was, a fresh post from my daughter, Maddie. Blue ocean, white sand, infinity pool. The caption hit me like a brick. "Dad's so lame. Mom's treating us to a real vacation. Maldives, mom rules." They'd gone without me. Not just gone, they ditched me, lied to my face. Took the dog, too. He was in the damn picture, lounging on a deck chair like he belonged there. I stood there frozen, phone in my hand, heartbeat thumping in my ears. I don't even know how long I stared at that screen. Then I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and set it down face first on the counter. Walked to the living room, sat down hard on the edge of the couch, and just stared at the wall. No TV, no music, no sound. It was my birthday, my house, my family, and they were all gone. I got up because I had to move. Sitting still felt like dying in slow motion. First stop was the hallway. Maddie's closet door hung open. Empty hangers clinked when I brushed past. Her duffel bag, the one I bought her for track meets, was gone. Next door, my son's dresser drawers were half open, shirts missing. Toothbrushes, contact case, that stupid cologne he never even wore, all gone. They didn't forget anything. This wasn't spur of the moment. I walked into the guest bathroom, looked at the counter, my toothbrush still in the cup. Lorna's gone. Her pink bottle of cleanser, her face roller thing, her silk robe from Napa, not there. Her vanity drawer, usually jammed with hair ties and receipts, now spotless. Back downstairs, I opened the fridge. Everything she said she'd make, untouched. Ribeyes still sealed in butcher paper. Garlic rosemary butter, wine marinating in a glass jar. That specialty cheesecake she ordered from New York, all there, untouched. I opened the pantry. No granola bars, no trail mix. Even the damn protein powder was gone. The living room felt too clean. Pillows in place. Remote on the table. It looked staged, like it was dressed for an open house, not lived in. I stared at the wall again. Same family photo from 3 summers ago. Lorna on my back in Lake Tahoe, kids laughing behind us. Sun in our eyes, all teeth, all smiles. We looked happy. We looked like people who liked each other. But I couldn't remember the last time I made her laugh like that. I pulled my phone from my pocket, texted Lorna. "Where are you?" "Really?" Sent one to Maddie. "You okay?" One to Caleb. "Call me." All delivered. Both kids read theirs within 2 minutes. No one replied. I walked into the kitchen and sat at the little desk tucked by the window. The drawer on the right had always been locked. Lorna's work stuff. Today it slid open like it had never been shut tight. Inside, just a single manila folder. Empty. Whatever was in it, she'd taken with her. I sat back and stared at the empty drawer like it owed me an explanation. This wasn't a quick getaway. This was premeditated. They'd played me the whole week, pretending like Saturday was going to be special. Lorna smiling, Maddie acting sweet, Caleb asking what kind of cake I wanted. It was all a show. Hell, maybe they even laughed behind my back when I said I couldn't wait. I stood up too fast. Head buzzed. I walked over to the liquor cabinet. Hadn't touched it before noon since my 30s. Didn't even think. Just grabbed the Jameson, twisted the cap, and poured 2 fingers into a highball. Burned going down. I poured another. The house creaked in the silence. A bird hit the window and flew off. I could hear the neighbor's lawnmower, but inside, nothing. Just me, a half-empty glass, and the sharp taste of betrayal stuck in my throat. I picked up my phone again, stared at those red receipts, then turned it face down one more time. I walked into the living room and turned all the family photos face down, one by one. I stood there for a second, staring at the last photo I flipped down. My face was still smiling in the frame, but everything behind it felt like a joke. I headed for Lorna's office. She had always treated that room like her private bunker. Work stuff, she'd say. Boring finance crap. But now I wanted boring. I needed something real to grab onto. Anything that wasn't an Instagram lie or a half-assed text left on read. The door creaked open, same as always. Same faint lavender candle smell. Same sleek desk setup. Laptop, monitor, neatly stacked folders. But the trash can was empty. Printer off. No coffee mug, no clutter. It looked cleaned out, prepped, like she knew I'd come in here eventually. I opened the top drawer. Post-its, pens, a stress ball with her company's logo. Nothing important. Middle drawer, same. Then the bottom drawer stuck halfway, jammed. I yanked harder. It slid open with a jerk. Inside, behind some old tech cables, was a black clutch purse. I unzipped it. Receipts, not normal ones either. Cartier, Burke Williams Spa, some resort in Turks and Caicos, last month. That was the same weekend she told me her firm had a board retreat in Santa Barbara. I unfolded another one. Maldives Grand Sapphire Resort. 1 suite, 3 guests, full week, paid in full, 10 grand. I felt my pulse in my neck. My fingers itched. My throat was dry again. Behind the purse was a small black object wedged in the corner. A phone. Older model, cheap. Like something you'd grab from a gas station rack. No case, no charger. I held it in my palm. Cold, powered it on. No password, just opened right up. There were texts, tons of them, all from one number. No name saved, just Sean. I didn't even blink. I started scrolling. Miss you already. Don't let him catch on. You look so hot in that meeting today, babe. He's too clueless to notice. Some had pictures. Lorna in the gym, in her car, in our bedroom, laughing, pouting, posing. I kept scrolling, counting down to Maldives. Think he'll even notice we're gone? He's probably still waiting for his damn steak dinner. LOL, you're so bad. They called me the wallpaper. They joked about my hobbies, my shirts, my dad energy. Sean even sent her a meme of a ghost with the caption, Thomas on vacation. She replied, dead accurate. I don't know how long I stared. Could have been minutes. Could have been longer. I wasn't shaking. I didn't throw the phone or scream or smash anything. That would have given them too much credit. I just stood there, holding it, like I'd found a snake in my sock drawer. Disgusting, but no surprise now. I opened the notes app on my own phone and started typing. Dates, places, phrases. I took photos of the worst texts. The Maldives booking, the receipts. Every little breadcrumb. I checked the burner again. Last message was sent yesterday, right before they boarded the flight. Wheels up. Family free, just us. I sat down at her desk and flipped the phone over, screen down. I looked at her chair, the one with the stupid beaded lumbar pillow she always said was game-changing. It was empty, of course, but it felt like I could still smell her perfume in the fabric. I leaned back and exhaled through my teeth. She didn't just lie. She planned, calculated, down to the last locked drawer and fake smile. I opened another drawer and grabbed a yellow legal pad. Wrote, Maldives, suite for 3 across the top. Underlined it twice. Then wrote, Sean, trainer, burner phone, drawer, no lock receipts, Cartier, spa, Turks trip, Maldives. I wrote until my hand cramped. Then I stood up, walked to the liquor cabinet, and poured another glass. I took the glass back to the kitchen and set it down full. No more drinking, not yet. There was one name in my head, and it stuck like gum to the bottom of a boot. Ryan McKee. We'd known each other since sophomore year at NC State. He was the guy who could crack any password in under 10 minutes and used to hack vending machines for free Red Bulls. Now, he did freelance IT contracts, mostly cybersecurity for mid-sized startups. Lorna's company had brought him in about 2 years back when they were beefing up their internal compliance systems. She liked him, thought he was harmless. I pulled up his contact and hit call. He picked up on the third ring. "Yo, Tommy! Happy birthday, man! What's up?" I smiled into the phone like my house wasn't a crime scene. "Hey, appreciate it. Listen, got a weird favor to ask." He was quiet for half a beat. "Shoot. So I'm putting together this anniversary thing, like a video. Wanted to surprise Lorna with clips from the office. You know, her second home and all that." He chuckled. "She practically lives there." "Exactly. Thought maybe there's security cam footage or something I could pull. You did their setup, right?" "Yeah. You looking for main lobby stuff or mostly her floor, her office? Even just stills?" "I'm trying to splice it with old photos, make it kind of artsy." "All right, I'll shoot you temp access. 1-day credential. Don't tell her I helped though. I like living." He texted the login in under 3 minutes. I didn't thank him, just got to work. Laptop open, credentials in, VPN spoofed, I was in. Her company used time-stamped floor-level surveillance, motion-triggered footage. Each clip was logged by time, room, and duration. I sorted by her office, Thursday evenings, last 6 months. The first file I opened was from April. She stayed late, lights on, alone, until about 7:42. Sean walked in. Same hoodie, same protein shake in hand. They talked. He sat on the couch. She opened a bottle of wine. He stayed until 10:17. By June, they weren't just talking. He had his shoes off. She was in her gym gear, stretched out next to him, barefoot on the same couch. July? She was sitting in his lap. Every video tightened something in my chest. But it wasn't sadness, not grief. It was clarity. This wasn't just cheating. It was arrogance. They thought no one would ever notice. Not the cleaning staff, not the cameras, not me. I opened a spreadsheet and started logging. Dates, entry times, exit times, wine labels when I could make them out. Even what she wore. Thursday nights were their thing, like clockwork. They didn't skip a single week. I kept watching, kept typing. It got easier. By the 5th video, I didn't flinch. By the 8th, I stopped pausing. I watched her kiss him with my desk lamp on in the background. I watched her pour wine into a glass I bought her for our 10th anniversary. Eventually, I leaned back in my chair and stared at the wall. Not blank, not empty, focused. They weren't just sloppy. They were stupid. And now I had everything I needed. I didn't sleep. I didn't even try. By 6:15 a.m., I had 3 folders open on my laptop. One with the security clips, one with screenshots of the texts from the burner phone, and one with expense reports I pulled from our joint account. Every time Lorna labels something client dinner, I matched it to a Thursday. Then I matched that Thursday to a clip of her and Sean sipping wine, curled up like teenagers, not a damn client in sight. I remembered her contract. I'd helped her go through it when she was first promoted to CFO. She made me read every line, said it felt like a prenup with a company. I remembered the wording in Section 16. Leadership shall not engage in personal relationships with subordinates. Violation may result in immediate dismissal without severance. They'd given her a massive salary bump, stock options, everything. But they'd also made it crystal clear. No screwing around. So I wrote the report. No emotion, no rants. Just facts, evidence, timestamps, matching charges. I titled it Breach of Ethics, Anonymous Report. I even used a VPN to submit it. No trail, no name, no way to trace it back to me. I attached 5 videos. The one where Sean kissed her neck. The one with the wine bottle she expensed. One of her in leggings with her heels off, curled beside him on the office couch. 2 others where they locked the door behind them. Each file had a label, Thursday, 7:42 p.m., non-client visit, corporate asset used for personal activity, expense code flagged, misreported under client budget. I included a PDF of the company's own code of conduct, the parts she'd violated, highlighted in yellow. At exactly 8:29 a.m., I hit send to the company's ethics board address and CC'd the CEO. Lorna's board meeting started at 8:30 sharp. Mandatory no phone policy. I knew because she'd bitched about it every month for 3 years. I closed the laptop, made coffee, and sat outside on the porch like it was any other morning. Sun creeping up, birds doing their thing. I sipped slowly and waited. At 9:12 a.m., my phone buzzed. Ryan. What the hell did you just do? HR just pulled Lorna mid-meeting. I didn't respond. I just turned the screen off and set it face down. By 9:40, a new email hit my inbox. From the corporate system. Notice, Lorna Hale's administrative access has been suspended pending investigation. That was it. Cold, professional, final. I stared at it for a second, then leaned back in the chair. My coffee had gone cold, but I didn't care. She walked out of my life like I didn't matter, ditched me on my birthday like I was nothing, left me here like trash. I just answered her in a language she respected. Paperwork. By noon, I was still on the porch, same chair, fresh cup of coffee, when the first call came in. Unknown number. I let it ring. 30 seconds later, I saw Sean. Didn't even bother hiding it. Just Sean, mobile, right there on my screen. I watched the phone buzz, then stop. 10 minutes later, Lorna, then Sean again, then Lorna, then Maddie, then Caleb. By 1 o'clock, I had 47 missed calls. I didn't answer a single one. Then the text started. Lorna first. Whatever you think you saw, we can fix this. Please pick up. The kids are confused. Don't drag them into this. Then a wall of texts from Maddie. Dad? Why is Mom freaking out? She's making us leave early. What happened? Caleb just sent one. You good? I didn't reply. Not yet. I stood up, stretched out my back, and walked inside. The quiet was clean now. Not heavy, not sad. Just clear. I went upstairs and grabbed the first suitcase from the hall closet. In the master bedroom, I pulled her drawers open, one after the other, grabbed everything. Clothes, makeup bags, that box of overpriced skin serums she hoarded. I didn't fold a damn thing. I wasn't playing house anymore. Her shoes went into a clear tub, heels rattling like bones. I found 2 robes hanging behind the door, one from Paris, one from her spa in LA. Both went into a bag labeled Personal Master. Next, the bathroom. I cleared her side of the sink in one sweep. Hairbrush, pills, face crap, all dumped into a bin. Labeled it the same. I worked fast, no hesitation. I didn't cry, didn't flinch. By the time I hit the closet, I was humming. I don't even remember what, just noise to fill the space. I packed 4 full boxes, sealed them with tape, labeled them in big black marker, Lorna, closet, Lorna, bathroom, Lorna, shoes, Lorna, Miska. Then I opened the door to the garage and stacked them by the workbench. She could pick them up or let them rot. I didn't care. I walked back inside, wiped my hands on a dish towel, grabbed my phone off the counter, and finally typed one message to her. You should have left the burner phone at the gym, not in my house. I hit send and turned the phone off. I didn't turn my phone back on. I didn't need to. 36 hours later, I heard tires crunching the driveway gravel just past 9 p.m. I was already on the porch. iPad on my lap, lights off in the house behind me. Lorna stepped out of the car first, pulling her hoodie tighter like it made her smaller. Maddie and Caleb got out slower, backpack slung over one shoulder. None of them looked sunburned, just drained. They stood there like a busted parade, nobody moving. Lorna cleared her throat. We should talk. I stood up. Dad, what's going on? I looked at her, then Caleb. Come sit. They followed me to the steps. Lorna stayed standing. I opened the iPad. No fluff, no speech, just tapped play. 3 minutes, no sound, just grainy footage. Lorna and Sean, her office, same couch, same wine, same lie. Week after week. Maddie gasped. Her hand flew to her mouth like she was trying to shove the breath back in. Caleb didn't say a word. He just stared, eyes locked, shoulders squared. I paused it halfway through the 3rd clip. Nobody moved. Lorna finally found her voice. You had no right, I laughed once, bitter and sharp. You ghosted me on my birthday, I answered in your language. You went through my stuff, she snapped. You stalked my work. That's disgusting. What's disgusting is screwing your trainer and lying to your kids while you're booking resort suites with my name still on the mortgage. She stepped back like the words hit harder than the video. Maddie looked at her, tears coming fast now. You told us he was just a friend. Caleb turned to her. Did you lie about everything, Mom? She opened her mouth, closed it. It wasn't like that. Neither of them bought it. I stood, handed the iPad to Maddie, and nodded toward the door. You can stay here tonight, or go with her. Your choice. They didn't even look at each other. Maddie wiped her eyes and said, I'm staying. Caleb didn't speak, just walked past Lorna without a glance. She stood alone by the car. You're ruining this family. I looked her dead in the eye. You already did. I just took away the cushion. She didn't say goodbye, didn't slam the door, just climbed in and drove off like the driveway was lava. Inside, Maddie curled up on the couch in one of my old sweatshirts. Caleb grabbed a bag of chips and handed me a root beer without asking. We didn't say much. We didn't have to. The next morning, I called Gary Dobson. Used to be my mentor back when I tried law for a couple years after college. He left firm life early, same as me. Burnout. Now he ran a small practice in town and only took cases that pissed him off. This about Lorna? He asked before I even sat down. I nodded. She broke the rules. He cracked his knuckles. Then let's see the fine print. We went through the prenup line by line. Took less than 15 minutes to find 3 deal breakers. Section 4B, Fidelity Clause. Section 6, Joint Asset Misuse. Section 9, Willful Abandonment of Primary Residence. She's toast, Gary said, tapping the page. You want the house? You'll get it. You want full custody? We go hard right now while she's off balance. I didn't hesitate. I want both. He looked at me over his glasses. No spousal support? She can keep her damn yoga shares and the Audi. That's it. Done. By Friday, we had everything prepped. 2 binders. One for mediation, one for court, just in case. But we didn't need court. Lorna folded fast. She came into the mediation room tight-lipped and exhausted. Gone was the blowout hair and polished boardroom posture. She looked like someone who hadn't been sleeping, and for once, I didn't feel a thing about it. Her lawyer tried to open with compromise talk, but Gary shut it down with a single sentence. He's offering the car, the studio shares, and the clothes in her closet. Nothing else. Lorna flinched like she'd been slapped. You're not even going to talk to me? I didn't even blink. We're talking. This is the talk. She swallowed. Her pride was still in there somewhere, probably scratching to get out, but she nodded. 1 hour. That's all it took. She signed. Custody, mine, house, mine. No support payments, no access to anything in my name. I didn't look back when she left. Gary clapped me on the back in the parking lot. That was cold. Should have been colder, I said. On the way home, I took a detour to the strip mall on Birch Street. There's a little green electronics kiosk by the grocery store. I dropped the burner phone in the recycling slot, watched it disappear through the flap. Felt like shutting a vault on a whole other life. Then I got in my truck, rolled the windows down, and drove home slow. When I got home that day, the garage was still cold, quiet, half empty with her boxes gone. I looked at the shelves and thought, yeah, I could do something with this. A month later, I joined a local fishing group. Not because I missed small talk, but because I needed something with rules, something slow and simple. Saturday mornings, I'd drive out to the lake with my thermos and not say a word for hours. It was perfect. Around the same time, my old engineering firm reached out. Just consulting work, remote, flexible, low pressure. I took it, gave me structure. Money wasn't tight, but it felt good to earn again. Felt like mine. I reconnected with my brother too. First time we talked in over 4 years. He brought up Mom's chili recipe, we laughed about Dad's old recliner, and suddenly it didn't feel weird anymore. The kids started finding their rhythm with me. Caleb was the first. Every night before bed, without fail, he hugged me like it was the last time. No words, just that grip. That kid knew more than he let on. Maddie took longer. She still looked at me sometimes, like she was waiting for me to fall apart. But one night, 3 months in, we were watching a dumb action movie with popcorn between us, and she just said it. I'm sorry for that post. I didn't mean it. I was just going along with her. I didn't say much back, just passed her the soda and said, "You're here now." That was enough. We started our own weekend routines. Friday junk food movie nights, Sunday mornings fixing up an old dirt bike I found on Craigslist. We even painted the garage. Caleb picked navy blue. Maddie argued for sage green, so we split it. Looked ridiculous, but they loved it. I learned how to cook, not just grill. Cook, real meals. I watched videos, burned things, cursed a lot. But I got it down. Caleb called my meatloaf weirdly awesome. Maddie posted a picture of my lemon chicken on her story with the caption, "Chef Dad." Little wins. The house stayed quiet, but it wasn't empty anymore. It was ours. The silence wasn't hollow. It was peaceful. No passive-aggressive sighs, no walking on eggshells, no fake smiles stretched thin across dinner tables. Just real moments, real laughter, real quiet. And for the first time in years, I could breathe in my own home without wondering who was lying to my face. I woke up to the smell of sausage and pancakes. No fake out, no build up, no, you're gonna love this weekend. Just breakfast. Real loud, messy breakfast. Caleb was in the kitchen, flipping pancakes with one hand, holding the sausage pan with the other. He was in my old flannel shirt, sleeves rolled up, hair a wreck. He didn't say happy birthday right away, just grinned and nodded at the plate warming in the oven. Maddie was standing on a step stool by the dining room archway, taping up a banner that said, "Still the best dad." Marker letters a little crooked. I didn't say anything, just stood there and let it hit me. She climbed down and hugged me like she meant it. No guilt, no weight, just her. Around 10, my sister Angie pulled up. She had a to-go cup of dark roast in one hand and a new fishing rod in the other. "Happy 53, old man," she said, kissing my cheek and handing me the coffee. "This thing casts smoother than half your exes." I laughed harder than I had in months. We ate on the back deck. No big speeches, no awkward silences, just plates scraped clean and too many refills of orange juice. At one point, Caleb tried to juggle 3 sausage links and dropped one off the deck. Maddie made fun of him for the next hour. By the time the sun started to dip behind the trees, I had the grill going. Burgers, onion rings, toasted buns with garlic butter, music playing low, breeze cutting through the humidity. Caleb laid out on a blanket in the yard. Maddie sat cross-legged next to the cooler. I handed her a burger. She handed me a small box. "Open it." Inside was a compass keychain, solid brass, simple, engraved on the back. "Wherever you go, we're with you." My throat tightened, but I didn't show it. I just nodded, turned it over in my hand, and closed my fingers around it like it was made of glass. I looked out at the yard, the house, the porch lights coming on, and all I felt was stillness. Not the kind that comes from people walking on eggshells. The kind that comes when nobody has to. I didn't check my phone. Didn't think about who might have called or didn't. I stayed right where I was, hand wrapped around that compass, listening to my kids laugh as the sky turned orange behind them. And for the first time in a long damn time, I felt free.